Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you all for your testimony. Heard your testimony about your EMCs setting up shop quickly. My question is, as county judges, you all select your EMCs. What criteria or guidelines do you all utilize in selecting your emergency management coordinators? Do you have challenges finding individuals that qualify? And would it be helpful for TDEM to formalize guidelines for selecting EMCs?
Sure.
Starts off.
You want to start off? Go ahead, Jody.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Jody Fawley. What I'll address is, I heard a conversation earlier in one of the testimonies of should we have some restrictions on who can serve as an EMC, and I think that's kind of what you're indicating as well. A big concern for me in a county our size is when we put those kind of restrictions and guidelines, we make it impossible for us to hire somebody. We need to be able to hire people who are local and then train them into the position. Now, I am very lucky in that when I came in 2023, I had a very experienced EMC that had been there for about 15, 16 years before me. She's very well trained. She's very diligent. She's done all of the training to keep up with it. She's very involved with our regional council of governments, our 911 meetings. She knows her job very well. But in our small county, that's not her only job. She's also our indigent healthcare provider. She does a lot of other hats because we don't have the budget to have a full-time EMC. So some of my neighbors don't even have the ability to have what I have. So I don't think the restrictions are there. I think the ability to train somebody up and allow them to have the training available to them to get into the position and develop would be beneficial to counties our size.
Opinions of others?
Brandon Corbin, Menard County. I'd echo Judge Foley. That would make it difficult for us to staff. My position was created after Winter Storm Uri, and I'm again blessed to have an outstanding lifetime emergency responder in that position. But he's only a half EMC. His other half is facilities maintenance. So when he's not doing this, he literally mows the courthouse lawn. If I'm not doing it, that's Judge Foley reminded me the first time he met me. I was on a lawnmower in the courtyard. So I guess if the underlying root issue is competence of these EMCs, and honestly, I think that falls back on the local elected official to make sure that that person is doing the job more so than something I would ask you to do from a legislative standpoint, to put a lot of extra requirements.
Yeah. My last question, currently the hazard mitigation maps, the plans rather, are required to be updated every 5 years. In your estimation, given the more frequent weather events that we're having, do you believe that we need to consider decreasing the number of, lowering that threshold maybe to 2 to 3 years for updates for your plans?
That's a hard question to answer. Probably the reality is yes, but the other reality is it does require funds to update those, even if it's a grant match. And I feel pretty confident that the message has resounded that in counties of our size, we just don't have extra money in the budget. If I may go back to the previous question just for a second,
Sure.
Because it's been said and it's so very important. I'm blessed that my assistant EMC did grow up in Mason, knows the land like the back of his hand. That goes so far in preparations and also in response. He also has a military background. He volunteers for the fire department, and he has his basic certification for EMS. The Commissioner's Court, as you all know, we're in the process of budgeting, and for 2026, we are looking at how we can best utilize him and his gifts, talents, and abilities for our county. We've been struggling with a second out call for our EMS. We only have funds right now. We have 2 ambulances, but we only have enough money in our budget to have one call out at a time. So on the second call out, we have to rely on mutual aid, a neighboring county. So we're trying to figure out a way how we could better utilize him in moving him into a full-time EMC position and also help out with second out calls.
Thank you.